Hi and welcome to section 4. Here we're going to look at the integration between AWS Lambda and DynamoDB. So in this section, we're first going to take a quick review on the Dynamo Db Service. We're then going to go to the console, the AWS console, and set up a DynamoDB table which can be used with AWS Lambda. We then look at demos on AWS Lambda and DynamoDB when working with tables, and we'll do the same when working with streams. So welcome to the first video in this section. Here we'll have a quick review on the Dynamo Db Service. So in this video, we're going to have the review of the Dynamo Db Service. We're going to look at DynamoDB tables, DynamoDB items, and a use case when using DynamoDB. So first is the review of the service. So DynamoDB is a fully managed NoSQL database. So if IT organizations want to have a NoSQL database and they don't want the administrative burden of managing that database, then the DynamoDB service is perfect. So everything about the service is managed by AWS. This is one of the other serverless offerings provided by AWS. So as we mentioned, this is another example of service computing. So along with the API gateway, along with AWS Lambda, you also have the DynamoDB service. So the best thing we mentioned about the service is that you don't need to provision the infrastructure. So you don't need to manage it. You don't need to think about the servers. You don't need to think about the hardware. Everything is managed for you. All you do is start working with the tables. So this reduces the administrative burden on an IT organization. Now when we come to DynamoDB, everything is stored in tables. A table is then a set of items. Each item in turn is a set of attributes. So this is the structure of a table in DynamoDB. Now, when it comes to the items itself, all the items are stored in JSON format. So here you have one item which has an ID of 1 and a name of John. You can simply have another item which has an ID of 2 and a name of Mark. Now do remember that items are schemaless in DynamoDB. So each item can have a varying number of attributes. It doesn't need to have the same number of attributes. Now when we come to a use case, so let's look at one of the use cases where you can actually use DynamoDB. So let's say you're inserting an object into S3. So S3 is a simple storage service. So now once the object is actually inserted into S3, you can then put the location of the object in a DynamoDB table. So then you can use that table to reference that object at a later point in time. This is some of a use case which is normally used in many organizations when you're using the AWS and when you're using combination of the simple storage service and DynamoDB.